Work to the front of the net, and Baines with a second goal. Great pass by Porosny. As I welcome you back for the second period with a goal. And Baines has his second of the night. What a pass by Porosny. Through a sea of sticks and skates, and Baines elevates just up inside the glove corner on McCalla to put your Icemen up by 2. Regain the 2-goal lead here in the second period. Goal is Baines from Porosny at 42 seconds. Work back up to the point. Gwinnett tries to send that in deep, covering for Foot. Carrero, good job to just chip that up. Carrero then filled in with the gloves up in the face by a Beaumont player. Sawyers forces a turnover. Gwinnett will pick it up off the wall. Dips through. Tries to get to the back, to the net. Muscle off the puck. Good job by Gwinnett to get around his man. Foot chases his man down. He'll force a turnover, and Gwinnett was almost sent the other way on a breakaway. Knapczyk will pick it up. Smartly bounces it off the boards, trying to hit Sawyers. The icing's waved off. Sawyers back into pressure, will hold the puck on the near side. Moves it to the opposite corner to Homulus, to the opposite blue line. Homulus fires it in on net with Knapczyk standing in front, and McCalla holds on and prevents any rebound. Vanderham in to take the draw. It was Smith and Binder. Back to Homulus at the point. Tipped on net by Smith. Looking to redirect that through the cage, in the cage. Back to Carrier. Good job to not shoot that right away. He works it to support to Binder along the half wall. Smith moves it back to Binder. Centers. Vanderham moves it back up to the top to Carrier. Carrier through traffic. Smith tries to tip it again. And McCalla fights that off again. That'll dribble back down into the Iceman zone. Carrier up to Vanderham, up to the blue line, but no further. Homulus picks it up. Good job to move it up to Binder, but kept in at the Iceman blue line. Vanderham looks to get the puck out. That's into the midsection of Smith. He'll chip it ahead to Binder. Binder, the end of a shift with Vanderham. Binder stops at the goal line, comes out, looks, puts it right through the blue paint. Smith will pick that up. Centers it right into the blue paint. Binder picks it up again. We'll move it back to the point to Ferris. Ferris shot through traffic, tipped by Vanderham, just missing the far side. Smith will go for a line change as the Icemen keep the puck in the Beaumont zone. Binder dangles out of the corner, shot far side, creates a rebound as Coloman pinched down, looking for the rebound on the backside of McCalla. Vanderham and Binder still out here. The end of a long shift. We'll need to change here so Icemen do not get caught with tired legs. Centered through the slot. Kept in at the point by Ferris. He'll sift that in on net. Baines almost tipped that. Shot again. Kicked the side right back out of the slot. Off the stick of Colomb. And Beaumont finally relieves the pressure as Weeks goes back to pick it up. Able to get 2 on the line change, but as a result, a 3-on-1. Baines back through, hooked on the way to the cage. No penalty upcoming, but McCalla able to cover it with a glove. Great start to the second period by your Icemen, who have controlled the play. As I look down into the Iceman zone at some very fresh ice. As I speak, Beaumont looking to go backdoor, almost making me eat my words as they come back up the other way, 3-on-2. It's going to be waved off as Porosny gets to it first. Porosny tries to keep it in. Weeks. That's out. Iceman will have to tag up. Beaumont again Tries to spring a forward up the middle, almost caught the Iceman off guard. Beaumont now with some zone time. Shot off the upper body of Jordan, creates a rebound. That shot to the back wall, and Jordan able to come across as that one careened off the back dasher to the opposite side of the net back door, and Jordan able to get his pad over to stuff that opportunity. Outlet pass broken up by the Iceman. Weeks will chip that in, and Lacusta will go back to pick it up for the Braves. Lacusta brings it out. He's hounded by Perosny. Lacusta brings it in, tries to gain the zone, but he dodges a check from Gwinnett. Gwinnett will chip it around the defenseman and give chase. Gwinnett on the backhand, drops his shoulder, tries to get to the net. He's pushed to the back wall. Knapsack back to the point to Carrero. Carrero with a shot. McCullough steers that aside into the corner. Gwinnett right behind the net, moves it up top to Carrero. Carrero to his D partner Foot. Foot loses an edge, fans on it, and it's a breakaway for Beaumont. Jordan able to get a stick on it and prevent a clean shot as the Beaumont player had to hustle to try to catch up to that puck. Knapsack up to Sawyers to the Beaumont blue line, but no further. Carrero will go back to pick up the puck. Has to be careful not to get hounded by a Braves player that was in on the forecheck. Along the near boards, Beaumont trying to create offense here. That puck right back in on a pinching defenseman, but unable to corral that. Still kept in by Beaumont here. The puck just hammered out by Foot down the ice, and that'll be an icing. So with 13:22 remaining in the second frame, your Icemen restore the 2-goal lead, leading 3-1. Vanderham in to take the draw with Binder and Giamaroli on his sides. Shot from the point, hits Vanderham, and Homulus doesn't get to the cage to Jordan. Homulus will jump up. Homulus drives wide. Homulus drags the puck to the middle. He's muscled to the corner. Unable to get a shot away, but Carrier will keep it in. Carrier gets back to the middle ice as Giamaroli able to break up that play, and Homulus throws it back into the back wall. Centering pass right through into the slot, broken up by the Braves, and they'll come back the other way. Homulus tries to lower the boom on his man, and he sends it into the opposite corner. Binder back behind his own net will move it up off the wall. Vanderham picks it up and gains control in the Iceman zone. Tries to get Giamaroli. That's a turnover, and the Braves will come back the other way. Braves centering pass broken up by Carrier. Shoveled to the near ball. Vanderham right up the middle. Will curl back and assess the options as he stops behind the net. Tries to kick it off the back of the net, and it's a forced turnover by the Braves. Braves move it back. Homulus tries to get Baines up the middle. Just misses him. The icing waved off as Baines forces a turnover on McCullough. The puck is loose. McCullough able to find it in his feet and cover it with a glove, but Baines chipped it back out in front of the net, and McCullough found himself spinning around trying to find the puck in his feet. That icing waved off and almost had the Icemen capitalize with another goal. A puck right up the middle and out into the neutral zone. Ferris pick it up for your Iceman. Hits Baines in stride. Baines will get the blue line, drop it to Perosny. Perosny works it across the opposite side of Colomb. Colomb shot in on net, rebounded. Ferris fired that from the opposite side. Misses and goes into the opposite corner. Colomb moves it back through the seam to his D partner Ferris, who's pinched down. Tipped on the way by Perosny, almost capitalized on McCullough. Weeks able to get back for his defenseman and help out as the puck back the other way. Rebound! And Jorah Baines with his hat-trick goal extends the Icemen lead to 3. So sloppy play on the zone exit, and the Icemen able to capitalize, catch Beaumont off guard. First shot by Perosny creates a rebound for Baines, who deposits it past McCalla to put your Icemen up by 3. Third goal of the game for Baines. The puck is moved up in on Knapsack. Knapsack tries to center that to Gwinnett. That's broken up. Sawyers, Gwinnett, and Knapsack. Knapsack will work it back up to the point to Carrero. Carrero back down the wall to Knapsack. Returning the favor. Knapsack to the half wall. To Sawyers. Sawyers back up to the point. Carrero will drive low with that. Shovels it on the backhand to Knapsack. Knapsack keeps it down low. Beaumont able to break that up. Beaumont back up and into the zone, but great job by Carrero to break up that zone entry. Sawyer is able to push that puck up to center, but no further. Beaumont has to tag up. Foot up to Knapsack. Knapsack tries to one-touch that to Gwinnett. Gwinnett chipped it to himself, trying to hit Sawyers as well. Puck is briefly in the Beaumont zone as Foot steps up at center to break up that attempt by Beaumont to gain the Iceman zone. Lacusta tries to pick that up at center. That's off his stick. Carrero tries to hit Giamaroli. Some turnovers here in the neutral zone. Both teams looking to capitalize on each other's mistakes. Foot breaks up that play. Giamaroli's going to drive in, kick it to Smith. Smith tries to find that puck that just gets ahead of him. And Beaumont back the other way. Homulus takes his man, covers, prevents his man from getting right to the net, is just staring at the chest of the Braves emblem as the puck dribbles into Jordana, and he will effectively manage the game and hold on for a whistle. (4-1) lead for your Icemen. Smith muscles his man off the puck, allows Vanderham to pick it up with Giamaroli. Giamaroli will drive to the net. Vanderham wide. Vanderham tries to go short side upstairs on McCalla, who hugs the post and holds on for a whistle. Great job by Vanderham to drop the shoulder and try to elevate that puck on the backhand. But McCalla up to the task, squeezing the post and not allowing that puck to get in. Smith tries to jam that home short side. Giamaroli will pick it up. Shot through traffic, tipped by Smith. Rebound for Vanderham, and the net is ajar. Another great opportunity for the Icemen, putting some shifts together. Offensive face-off, just under 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Weeks with another clean draw win. Back to Colombe. Colombe tries to hit Weeks on the back door. Great play and patience by Colombe. Back to Ferris. Ferris looks. Oh, and redirected on the way to the cage by Baines. Great job to get its stick on it and redirect that. Perosny kicks it back to Ferris. Great job to move it back to the point. Shot in, rebound, and a quick whistle by the official as McCalla juggled that off his midsection, with the Iceman players in hot pursuit of a rebound, but the whistle blew in. Beaumont player being escorted out of the face-off circle allows Weeks to win another draw. Kept in by Ferris. Ferris chips it up to Baines. Baines tries to get it back to Weeks. Kept in again by Colombe. Colombe looks, fires, trying to go upstairs on the Walker side. Oh, and a centering pass by Baines. hits the stick of McCalla as he came over to the post. And he will once again smother it to get a stoppage. Another face-off win by Weeks, right back to Porozny. Porozny's shot doesn't make it to the cage. And Beaumont just lobbing it out into the neutral zone to relieve the pressure. Inadvertent pass back to Colombe. Not able to handle that. Ferris will pin it along the boards, waiting for reinforcements. Jamming up the wall to Baines. Baines moves it up to Porozny. Porozny will go wide on the near side. Drives. Tries to get through his man. Muscled off the puck, but he'll get it back to Baines. The Iceman's still in possession of the puck. Baines will reverse it. Over to the far side to Porozny. Porozny protects the puck up to the blue line. Keeps it in as Baines will come back up, right up to the blue paint. Shot on net. Tipped by Weeks. Beaumont able to pick it up, and they try to get a step on Foot. Foot breaks up that play. That's still brought into the Iceman zone. Brandon Foot will curl back into the near corner. Works it to the far side to Baines. Great outlet pass. Some extracurricular between the Beaumont player and Foot is assessed by the official with no call. Great pass by Weeks. Finds Sawyers. Right back to Carrero. He misfires. Beaumont defenseman's stick is in the corner. He has to retrieve that. Weeks out of the corner. Fires another rebound produced by McCalla as that was up into the left shoulder of McCalla. Baines forces a turnover again, and when the official's whistle is up, or his arm is up, and there is a penalty on the play. Looks like Jorah Baines will put himself on the score sheet again. 3 goals, and now a penalty for tripping. Inadvertently took out 2 Beaumont players. And if he would have stayed on his feet, he would have been all alone going to the net. But in that sequence, the referee called a tripping infraction. So Beaumont, who's 1 for 1 on the power play, back on the power play again. Good block shot. Great block shot by Homulus. Prevents that puck from getting to the net. Beaumont looking to capitalize again on the power play. Misfire from the point. Work down low. Carrier tries to force a turnover. It's worked back up to the blue line. Beaumont now working it around. Tries to throw it to the front of the net. I believe the puck was stripped off a Beaumont player to inadvertently dribbled to the front of the net where Jordan covered it up. 34 seconds gone in the penalty to Baines for tripping. Beaumont looking to capitalize again on the power play. 1 for 1 on the power play. Puck held along the wall. Homulus pins his man. Beaumont able to get away with the puck. They'll come to the near boards, work it back up to the point. Shot straight in on Jordan. He's able to smother that under his glove. Great job to find that puck. No rebound to be had, and Coach Ferris will sub out the penalty killers with 1:01 remaining in the penalty kill. Face off to the right of Jordan. Smith in to take the draw. He wins that draw. It's up. Shot out by Carrero in the neutral zone, and Beaumont will have to regroup. Work up. Errant pass. Doesn't make its mark, and Foot will shove it back into the Beaumont zone. Beaumont now gets zone entry. Loses the puck. Foot forces the turnover. Fires it around the boards and out. And Beaumont will have to retreat again. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Baines for tripping. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the second frame. Your Icemen with a 4-1 lead as Beaumont comes up and into the zone. Backhand, short side, and Jordan has it with a glove. Coach Ferris again subbing out the penalty killers. Good job to utilize 3, if not 4 sets of penalty killers for each penalty kill as to not tire out the units. Beaumont still with possession as the penalty expires to Jordan. We're back to 5-on-5. Ferris prevents that centering pass from coming in front of the net. Beaumont still with the puck. Beaumont player right up and comes around the top of the circle. That's off a stick and into the corner. Pass from the goal line. Tries to hit the player in the neutral zone. McCalla has the puck. He's going to try to quick up it to the Beaumont player. He does. The Beaumont forward able to regroup. It's a 3-on-2. Fires it. Block on its way to the cage by Ferris. Good block, and Gwinnett is back the other way. Sawyer to the back door. Great job. And pass by Gwinnett to try to hit Sawyers on the back door. McCalla clears it around smartly to the opposite corner. That's shoveled out past a pinching Homulus into the neutral zone. Knapsick curls back near the Beaumont bench. Moves that up to center, but no further. That's lobbed in on Jordan. A quick up. Try to hit Knapsick on the line change as Beaumont had a complete line change going, and the weak side of the ice was completely open near the penalty box, but Homulus unable to connect with his teammate. Homulus gets the puck off a face-off win, tries to move that up to the point, up to the winger. That doesn't work. It's rimmed around the other side. Quick up by Giamaroli to Vanderham, doesn't work, and Beaumont player Levesque squeezed off along the boards. He takes it out in retaliation with a hit back himself. Binder, toe drag, forehand, backhand, loses the handle. Nice job to get to the front of the net. Lacusta with the puck for Beaumont. He's stripped off the puck, and Levesque not impressed at all with his teammate. Shot. Giamaroli back to Binder. That just missed up on the blocker side on McCalla. Nice release there. Lacusta again moves it up. It's going to be waved down on the offside at the Icemen line. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this second period. Your Icemen with a 3-goal lead. Face-off win by Weeks. Chalk another one up for the win for Weeks there in the face-off circle. And as a result, again, creates an offensive opportunity there as the puck is worked into the Beaumont zone. Ferris looks, fires it. Good block at the point by the Beaumont player. Strips Ferris of the puck, tries to get a step on him. Ferris pulls him down, and that's going to be a penalty as Beaumont still in possession of the puck, and now Cologne will touch it. So Ferris will go off for holding. That was a great job by the Beaumont Braves player to not only block the shot by Ferris, but then get a step on him on the zone entry. And Ferris with one hand off his stick gets called for the holding infraction, and Beaumont, who's 1 for 2 on the power play, will get an opportunity again with 2:13 remaining in this second period. Beaumont has to retreat. Outlet broken up by Foot. Beaumont will get it back. Zone entry is good for the Braves as they rim it around below the goal line. Carrero keeps his man to the outside. Shot, back door, looking. Beaumont almost able to connect back door on that shot from the point. Pass back through the seam to the point. Work to the half wall by Beaumont. Foot up to force a turnover. Bobbled puck. Gets up to the blue line, but not out. Shot in high on Jordan. Trying to go up over the shoulder, but Jordan able to knock that down and hold on to get a fresh line change for penalty killers. 1:23 remaining in the second period. 1:10 remaining in the penalty to Ferris for holding. as Baines is off to the races trying to strip his man of the puck. Passmore able to get it over his D partner, but Baines gets it back. Baines shorthanded. Works his way out into the corner. Stripped to the puck by two Braves players, and an errant pass will send the puck right back to Carrier, who sends it in on McCalla, who stops it for his defenseman. Passmore for the Braves. Dodges Baines at center. He'll get zone entry and rim it around the board. Jordan out, unable to stop that. Carrier hits his man into the boards. Briefly forces a turnover. Again, Carrier up to the point. Creates a turnover and he'll get it back out of the neutral zone. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to Ferris. Beaumont, chance, shot, saved by Jordan, who tries to smother it. And a pass right from behind the goal line. Beaumont player unable to get it, but Jordan had to be sharp to get over. Perosny strips the player of the puck. We're back to 5-on-5. 5 seconds left. Forced turnover. Beaumont picks it up and as time expires, after 40 minutes of play, it is your SE701 Icemen 4 and the